In a galaxy far, far away, the battles between the forces of light and darkness have taken the heroes of Star Wars to a wide range of inhabited worlds. While some places, such as Tatooine and Coruscant, are visited more frequently than others, each film showcases new planets with unique ecosystems. These worlds are examined in the context of the time they appear during the ongoing plot of the films. Many instances of symbolic imagery and moments of foreshadowing are uncovered.
But before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and please click the notification bell, so you get the notifications whenever we upload. Thank you.
The rolling hills and tranquil waterfalls of Naboo provided beautiful scenery, but they also represented the peaceful nature of the time before the Trade Federation's invasion, the Clone Wars, and the rise of the Galactic Empire. When first introduced in The Phantom Menace, Naboo was blockaded by the Trade Federation, and Darth Sidious was beginning his subtle manipulations for his ascent to power. The arrival of conflict heralded the broader struggles to come, when the fighting would spread into the far reaches of the galaxy. The metropolitan sprawl of Coruscant was picturesque when viewed from the skies in Attack of the Clones, but the lower levels were filled with crime, poverty, and grueling conditions. This dichotomy was a summation of the Republic's woes, as the outward presentation of stability was being undercut by the evils of Darth Sidious. The Jedi Council, in its chambers on the surface, was suspicious of the influence of a Sith Lord, yet they did not realize how deep the corruption ran.
I have said it many times. You are the most gifted Jedi I have ever met.
Thank you.
One of Chancellor Palpatine's meticulously crafted plans involved the secret creation of a clone army, which brought Obi-Wan Kenobi to the seas of Kamino. The dark clouds, torrential rain, and turbulent waters foreshadowed the turmoil of the Clone Wars that were about to begin. As the very clones who would fight on the Republic's behalf were created, and trained on Kamino's surface installations.
And who was the original host?
A bounty hunter called Jango Fett.
And where is this bounty hunter now?
Oh, we keep him here.
During his fight with Jango Fett, Obi-Wan almost tumbled into the ferocious sea, yet again signifying the impending fall of the Republic that would be brought about by the Clone Wars. Once the Republic's fate had been sealed, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader faced off in an epic duel on the volcanic surface of Mustafar. The deadly lava fields, thick clouds of ash, and blackened soil were indicators of the imposing evil of the emerging Galactic Empire in Revenge of the Sith. As the flames charred his body, they were creating the severe health conditions that would require Darth Vader to don his infamous life support armor, which later served as a symbol of the Empire's ruthless nature.
What a desolate place this is.
The decrepit streets of Mos Eisley, and the sterile rocks of the Junland wastes fit in perfectly with the barren nature of the deserts of Tatooine in A New Hope. The two things that most people on the planet had in common were unhappiness, and a desire to leave. Despite the destruction of the Death Star, the Rebel Alliance was found to be on the run, and hiding on the snow-covered sphere of Hoth, at the beginning of The Empire Strikes Back.
All right, don't lose your temper. I'll come right back and give you a hand.
The icy wasteland, with its frigid temperatures and vicious wampas, represented the precarious and deadly situations. In a more literal sense, the very existence of the Rebel Alliance was on thin ice, as its potential extermination on Hoth could have spelled the end of their cause. At first glance, the swampy waters of Dagobah seemed like an inhospitable place to reside. However, when considering the fact that this was Yoda's home, and the location where Luke Skywalker received the majority of his training, the importance of the surroundings can be found. Filled with primitive life forms, and primordial waters, Dagobah was thick with the energy from which Jedi draw their strength. In a similar fashion, the intelligent Ewoks, and bright skies on the forest moon of Endor signified the completion of Luke's education as a Jedi, and the triumph over the darkness in Return of the Jedi. The imagery of the second Death Star's glowing, sun-like explosion appearing in the clear, blue sky also supported the concept that the light side of the Force was victorious. As with the conditions on Tatooine, the lifeless deserts and unkept junkyards of Jakku reflected the notion that the remnants of the galactic civil war remained, and foreshadowed the Empire's influence, in The Force Awakens. By not taking direct action to quell the efforts of those who idolized the fallen Empire, the New Republic gave the First Order the opportunity to expand its ranks.
Ren wants the prisoner.
Unlike the Death Stars, Starkiller Base was constructed throughout an actual planet. As the structure drained a star to fuel its devastating power, the skies dimmed over the snowy forests on the surface. The shrouded treelines of Starkiller Base represented that conflict had once again returned. Upon closer inspection, the biospheres of each planet often reflected the themes and political situations present when they appeared.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
Thank you for watching. We hope you liked our video. Until next time, may the Force be with you.